Hello students, let us begin with a quick reference of grammar. This is a quick ready reckoner for punctuations. Let us proceed. Punctuation, we have got three columns over here. Let us see in what do we have in the three columns. In the first column, we have the punctuation mark. The second one, the name by which we refer. And third is the usage. Let us look at the first punctuation mark. We have the period or the full stop. It marks the end of a complete sentence or it marks the end of an abbreviated word. So we have got two functions of a full stop. Then we have got three dots. These are known as ellipses, marks where text has been omitted or a sentence is unfinished. Remember that it is only three dots, but more than three are never used. That is incorrect English. Next we have is a comma. Uh, the name is comma, and the usage is it follows an introductory word, phrase, or a clause. It can separate a non-essential part of a sentence, can be used with a conjunction to join two main clauses, that means two independent clauses. When you have one clause ending, you can place a comma, then and then the next clause. Separates words or phrases in a list, represents omitted words to avoid repetition in a sentence. It can be used between an introduction to speech and direct speech. So we have got quite a number of functions of a comma. Let us proceed. Next we have a semicolon. It is a dot, and under the dot we have something similar to comma that goes together. So that is called a semicolon. The function of a semicolon or the usage is that it separates two main clauses that are closely related, and the second one is it separates items in a complex list. The next punctuation is a colon. Colon are two dots, one on top of the other, that is vertical. Now the usage of a colon is that it connects a main clause to a clause, phrase, or a word that is an explanation of the main clause or that emphasizes a point in the main clause. Another usage is that it introduces a list after a complete statement. And the third is it introduces quoted text. That means when you want to quote someone, you can place a colon and then you can quote. Next is an apostrophe. As the usage of apostrophe is to marks missing letters, as in contractions, example didn't, and it indicates possessions, for example John's bag. John apostrophe S bag, John's bag. Okay. Next we have the punctuation mark, that is a hyphen. Hyphen, the usage of the hyphen is it links two words in compound modifiers and some compound nouns. It links two words in compound modifiers and some compound nouns. It can be used in fractions and in numbers from 21 to 20 to 99 when you're writing the numbers in words. It can join certain prefixes to other words. Let us proceed. The next punctuation mark we have is inverted commas. Remember, inverted commas are two, that is, it is called also known as speech marks or double inverted commas, and it is always in a place in a set. That means the beginning and the end. Now let us look at the function. It can be used before and after direct speech and quoted text. It can pick out a word or phrase in a sentence. Can be used around titles of short works. Do not confuse this inverted commas or speech marks with single quotes where you cite certain references. Next is a question mark. Marks the end of a sentence that is a question. Then we have an exclamation mark. It is a line with a dot at the bottom. Exclamation mark. It marks the end of a sentence that expresses strong emotions. For example, surprise, shock, etc. Can be used at the end of an interruption to add emphasis. Next, we have parentheses or brackets. Let us see the function of that in English grammar. It can be used around non-essential information in a sentence when you and it can be used around information that provides clarification. So you can add information within parentheses or brackets. Then we have a dash. It is completely different from a hyphen. A dash can be used in pairs around interruptions. That means you place a dash, you write something, and then a dash again. Second is that it marks a range of numbers. That means if you're mentioning 5 to 6 hours or page number 6 to 7, a dash is marked in between. Or it indicates start and end of a route. For example, Paris to Dover Rally. In between, a dash is marked. Then we have a bullet point. It indicates a point in a list. Next is a slash. It is a slanting line, a slash. Can be used to show an alternative instead of using the word or. When you want to write, when you want to avoid using the word or, you can use a slash. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, kindly click on like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.